What if you could have it all? A place to call home, a great job, and a safe and welcoming community to raise your family. You can have all that and more in Kingsport, Tennessee. For the past quarter century, Kingsport has been on a mission to reinvent itself as the first professionally planned and privately financed city of the 20th century. Kingsport has earned the nickname the Model City. From award-winning educational initiatives to business incubators to the surrounding natural beauty, Kingsport is just the right size to have the amenities you need without the traffic and crime of a larger city. With a vibrant downtown, great shopping and dining, and a thriving local economy, Kingsport is the perfect place to call home. Ready to start loving where you live? Choose Kingsport. Visit movetokingsport.com and discover all the reasons why this charming town is the perfect place to call home.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com.
Welcome to the state of Tennessee. It's the Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament as we welcome you onto the floor for our final game of day two. The Reinhardt Eagles, the Johnson Royals, a barn burner on the women's side following an unbelievable buzzer beater. This season, Johnson was unstoppable. 11 wins overall, 10 in conference, and Reinhardt 21 overall, 18 in conference. They ended the season on a 2-game win streak. Welcome inside of the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. I'm Gabriel Schrei, here with me, Lorenzo Robinson and Frank Osborne, and a really good battle to cap day two, guys. This should be really exciting.
Absolutely, Gabe, and we have another great one for the nightcap. The Reinhardt Eagles, the 3 seed, coming up against the Johnson Royals in what has become a bit of a rivalry between the AAC squads.
And we're underway in our final game of day two as the opening tip won away by Johnson's Royals.
This game will have to try and match up to the heroics of the last one, and I'm sure it probably could. Two very good sides.
Down low, this rolls off.
Of course, these two teams did battle on January 28th earlier this season. Reinhardt came out on top in that one with the 72-57 win. But in that game, there were a lot of technical fouls on both sides. It was pretty fiery and hotly contested. So I can tell you these two teams do not like each other one bit.
Down low, fires off the window. Not quite enough butter on the roll to get it to drop.
Well, and we've spoke all day about the battle of the star players, and it'll be massive on this one. Emery Tollett, first team all-conference for Johnson, against Londacia Smith, first team for Reinhardt.
Down to the other end, Reinhardt off the rip with a steal and a little kiss off the glass to make it 2-0 Eagles.
Yeah, that's Mari Grant for the Reinhardt Eagles, second team all-conference selection on the run-out. Her and Londacia Smith were newcomers to this team, and they provided a ton of value on both ends for the Eagles this year.
The Royals Flip that across, regathered. Johnson looking for the entry feed, and this goes nice, gorgeous little floater down over the top. 5 on the floor are Boldock, Billetier, Alicia Cruz, Brooks, and Tollett for Johnson's Royals as Megan gets that to go for the first 2 for Johnson. McCutcheon, Smith, Grant, Van Dyke, and Franklin on the floor for Reinhardt. Grant scored the first bucket. Smith follows it up with one of her own.
Absolutely, that was great offensive execution for the Eagles. Mackenzie Franklin, a very underrated playmaker from that 5 spot with a nice dish.
Way outside, Johnson working with the ball. Entry feed, battling. Knifes her way through, it's blocked and stolen by Van Dyke.
Chloe Van Dyke, a member of the all-freshman team, such a versatile defender for the Eagles.
On the way, it's cash money for Reinhardt. 6-2, they're out ahead by 4 early.
Turning defense into offense is Van Dyke. Reinhardt out in front early.
In true Van Dyke style.
Absolutely, her sister, Lana Van Dyke, coming off the bench for Reinhardt is their 6th person. All-defensive team member as well. Someone who I thought should have been in the running for that Defensive Player of the Year spot.
Stolen again, unable to quite recover that as we get the horn. Unreal start between these two.
Yeah, and just look at the energy and intensity from Reinhardt. They've been chomping at the bit to play all game long. They are the final game of the day. And I'd say the stingiest team defensively in the entire conference.
Well, as you said, they're the final game of the day. It's a certain novelty for most of these players. 9:30 p.m. kick start. I'm not sure they would have had that at all this season if ever in their college level. Probably the latest they'll ever have.
Pitch down to the straightaway. Simpson. Sorry, Franklin. Grant works her way to the elbow and dish to McCutcheons. Good shot as the horn sounds. Remains a 4-point game as Johnson will have a chance to bring it closer. Waved off. Already a couple minutes gone and some back and forth. Reinhardt feels like they're trying to get some momentum going, and Johnson is trying to slow him down so far, and Boyle's doing a decent job.
Absolutely, but this is what makes Reinhardt so dangerous. Mackenzie Franklin's one of the best defensive players out of the post in the conference, and coming in for her off the bench is Lana Van Dyke, who was a all-defensive selection in her own right.
Yeah, this Reinhardt team offer a certain amount of physicality. We've seen in the last game Spartanburg's success based purely off of their physicality. I mean, the Van Dyke sisters, probably 2 of the most physical siblings in Appalachia.
I got to tell you that Reinhardt team, the reason why they're so effective defensively, really 1 through 5, everyone with a tough defensive mindset. So many great perimeter defenders for Reinhardt. Versatility as well. Isaiah McCutcheon is the head of the Snake first team all-conference selection.
Set up from the straightaway, she'll drive. Knifes her way into the lane and the bank. Open at 9:40 p.m. in Kingsport.
And I'll tell you, Isaiah McCutcheon was a freshman last year. Coach Tony Campbell trusted her enough to be his starting point guard. And all she's done this season is gotten better for the Reinhardt Lady Eagles.
Driving down the baseline, flipped out front, off the window, can't knock it down.
So Johnson needs to try to find a way to generate consistent offense. You got to create good looks for yourself.
Floater goes over the front of the iron for a pair, and Reinhardt, an 8-point advantage. 10-2 over the Johnson Royals.
What if you can have it all? A place to call home, a great job, and a safe and welcoming community to raise your family. You can have all that and more in Kingsport, Tennessee. For the past quarter century, Kingsport has been on a mission to reinvent itself as the first professionally planned and privately financed city of the 20th century. Kingsport has earned the nickname the Model City. From award-winning educational initiatives to business incubators to the surrounding natural beauty, Kingsport is just the right size to have the amenities you need without the traffic and crime of a larger city. With a vibrant downtown, great shopping and dining, and a thriving local economy, Kingsport is the perfect place to call home. Ready to start loving where you live? Choose Kingsport. Visit movetokingsport.com and discover all the reasons why this charming town is the perfect place to call home.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com.
Back in Kingsport in the early stages between Reinhardt and Johnson. 8-point advantage for the Eagles. They've been looking very good to start.
Yeah, Johnson struggling to generate consistent offense. So hard to get good looks against this team. So fierce defensively.
Driving down, kick to the corner, 3-ball, buried. She finds the bottom of the net. And just like that, Johnson is alive.
Yeah, that was a huge play there. Just what the doctor ordered for the Johnson Royals. Finding a way to get a sliver of space. Audrey Ekwe-Blah and Taylor Collins entered in for the Reinhardt Eagles.
Oh, what a roll.
Ekwe-Blah's been a great addition to that backcourt. She was injured last season. Now coming back and coming into that rotation. Taylor Collins, a spot-up shooter who lets it rain from downtown for them. That's her claim to fame.
Dished and rebounded by Johnson. Trailing by 5, pitched all the way to the opposing corner, and she buries the 3 from downtown Kingsport.
And all of a sudden, Johnson back-to-back threes right back in this ball game. Just a 2-point lead for the Reinhardt Eagles.
Johnson are here to play. Not going to roll over like it looked like they might early stages. Interestingly, their comeback since probably their best player has been on the bench. And we touched on it earlier, losing one of your best players to an injury, Jordan Heifner, we believe a severe back injury's put her out. She's here supporting the team though. That is so hard, losing a player like that.
Absolutely. As we get a foul here, Olivia Boldick. But to that point, Frank, Jordan Heifner was a first-team all-conference selection last year. She was so efficient for Johnson. A great ball handler, attacks the basket with reckless abandon. Without having her, they really had to change the way that they play. You got to give them a lot of credit for still having the type of season that they did without having their leader for most of it. Now it's Boldick at the line. Johnson a chance to tie this one up after Reinhardt sprinted out to an early lead.
She gets the first 61% at the line this season. Second goes as well for Boldick, who deadlocks us at 10 apiece.
Coach Campbell has experimented with different lineups throughout this season. Very interested to see what his postseason rotation looks like, who he trusts in these winner-go-home situations.
Reinhardt taking their time, which is a good look. Fired down low, off the glass. Franklin regathers her own miss and drops it in. She's got 6 points.
Yeah, Mackenzie Franklin with the extra effort play. But how about Taylor Collins? Nice drive and dish. That's not really her game, but she looked effective making that play.
How about these two coaches, guys? We've got Brian Lahan on one side of the floor, and on the other side, we've got the iconic Tony Campbell, two of the best coaches in college basketball.
And this probably the most storied coaching matchup that we've seen thus far.
Saved the best till last, haven't they? Put this game last game of the day for a reason.
Drives the baseline, ripped away by Franklin. Reinhardt with a two-point advantage, they'll run the floor. Eagles out to the wing, it's McCutcheons. Drives through, E-break for Grant. She'll pull it up from the top of the block, and it's weak.
Johnson are coming off the back of their last game. A buzzer beater from Union stopped Johnson from getting the win. Doesn't help coming into postseason, not on brilliant form.
Three ball is buried by Olivia. She's got 5 points, and it's the first lead of the game for Johnson's Royals.
I gotta say, Frank, they seem to be on form now here in the first quarter.
Commentators curse.
To the elbow.
Isn't that the worst?
So bad.
Down the baseline, off the window, she cashes in. Reinhardt back in front by just one.
Yeah, Mackenzie Franklin normally out there for her defensive prowess and her playmaking. But that's now back-to-back possessions resulting in buckets from her. Anything you get from her from a scoring standpoint is gravy.
Straight away, dished across. Didn't like what she saw. Emery kicked it, now Olivia drives the lane, has space to take this, and the floater is weak.
You're going to see a lot from Reinhardt switching 1 through 4, especially with Chloe Van Dyke in the game at that 4 spot. Very comfortable. They have guards that can defend up positions. They have wings that can take their hand against guards and really make life difficult for them.
Three ball from just off the straightaway, bounces out. Reinhardt's Van Dyke gets the rebound and feeds Grant. Franklin, she's gonna try the long two. That thing pops out of there.
We've spoken these first few days, Frank, about seniors not wanting to see their seasons come to an end. They're gonna really try and empty the tank and give everything that they have. That's what Mackenzie Franklin is for Reinhardt. She's a senior, so you can tell that she's gonna try to give everything that she has for this group in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. The seniors, such a weird style. It's not that common in England. It's not ever a thing where you lose your senior game, you're done. It's a unique factor. It's what makes it so good, though. Extra passion, extra keeping your career on the line.
This goes. Deadlocked at 14, our first tie of the game.
Emery Tollett was so effective for Johnson throughout this year. First team all-conference selection. She's really done a nice job of stepping up in the absence of Heifner.
Yeah, those are tough shoes to fill. Such a successful piece. Somebody that Lahan and the Johnson Royals counted on. Flip down to the baseline. Franklin powers it across the three ball way too much. Through the center of the floor. Pitch back the other way. Free running, a little kiss off the glass, and McCutcheons has 4. That'll do it for our first period that absolutely races by in Kingsport, Tennessee, between the Reinhardt Eagles and Johnson Royals. And it is a race, a 1-point race, 16-15. Reinhardt ahead after 1.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com.
We're to the second period between the Reinhardt Eagles and Johnson Royals in Kingsport, Tennessee. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson, Frank Osborne, glad you're with us. AAC tournament action, just had a buzzer beater right before this, and we're into the second in what is a 1-point game. We couldn't get a second buzzer beater, could we? What a floater, couldn't get it.
I don't think Lorenzo's heart could do with another buzzer beater with that caffeine he's had today.
Whew! 800
Reinhardt had a
milligrams,
buzzer beater yesterday, too.
I'm 800 milligrams in, Frank.
You gotta get this guy some Waffle House. Oh, goodness! Caffeine overload, gasoline for the Johnson Royals, who lead 18-16.
And look at the men's team on the baseline celebrating, having fun.
From the corner, tries that too much sauce.
There's been a real contrast in the styles of these two teams' attack. Reinhardt looking to operate within the paint, 16 of theirs points in that first quarter in the paint, as opposed to Johnson's 2. Johnson scoring 4 from distance now.
And that's pretty consistent with what we've seen from these two teams this year. Reinhardt, they are a team that wants to try to puncture the paint, get as many paint touches as possible. Johnson, they've been first in the conference in both three-pointers made and attempted all season long. Audrey Ekwe-Blah with it.
Fire to the corner, Van Dyke. Olivia. This is a game that made the difference last year. Johnson and Reinhardt. I mean, I think these two beat the tar out of each other so hard in last year's tournament, it caused Reinhardt to lose.
Well, Johnson actually lost to Tennessee Wesleyan. They got upset by the 7 seed.
That was 2 years
who
ago.
Then later on beat Reinhardt.
That was 2 years ago they played. We'll figure it out. I'm getting old. I can't remember what year it is.
Yeah, Reinhardt fell short in the conference tournament in 2024. But they have to like their chances here in 2025, especially with the second seeded Brian Lyons going down. They feel like the bracket's opened up for them.
Drives the lane, and she gets it to go. McCutcheons has 6 and 1.
Isaiah McCutcheons again controlling the pace for Reinhardt, the table setter, finishing inside, a score and a chance for one more. I gotta say.
McCutcheons this season 77% at the line.
Yeah, I gotta say that there's a nickname that I won't take credit for that actually Reinhardt's football team, their defensive backs coach, and also the flag football head coach, Keon McGee, gave to Isaiah McCutcheons. He coined this term during one of our broadcasts earlier this year, the regulator.
I was terrified for what you were going to say. I wasn't sure what was coming.
I mean, whatever it is, you got to blame Coach McGee for that.
Keon McGee, a menace in the backfield. Seen him kill a couple guys. Blocked by Van Dyke. She gets the steal, and we're headed the other way. Down towards the corner, and blown dead as Johnson will take over with the ball on the violation.
And generally, McCutcheon's a little bit more at ease with the ball in her hands. That time, a bit out of control.
Dish to the baseline. Wing short. In the paint. All the way outside. Drives the edge of the block. Packed again by Van Dyke. She is moving states, packing everything.
There's something so perfect to me about Van Dyke being a brilliant defender. In the world of soccer, Virgil van Dijk, the best defender in the world. It just perfectly works out.
At the buzzer, nothing.
Johnson has found some early success shooting from downtown, 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. On all other shot attempts outside of those, they are 1 of 7. So they have to try to continue to create good looks from downtown, live by the 3, you hope that you don't die by it, but then find ways to score in other ways.
Drives, gets it to go off the window. Another one for Reinhardt. They lead 21-18.
Londacia Smith marching all the way to the rim. She's a big combo guard for this Reinhardt group. Has the size advantage against most backcourt players that she faces.
There's that run I spoke about on other games, the outside to inside run, the pass cutting through the defense like a hot knife with butter. Keep it on the butter theme.
Yeah, a lot of butter here going on. Mari Grant falling asleep right there, surrendering that cut. But she tries to get it back on offense.
3 balls a bit strong. Taken down by Reinhardt, hauled in by Ekubla. Entry feed to Franklin on the low post. Back outside. Banks closed. It's a little late at 10 p.m.
Yeah, it is a little late.
Backdoor Johnson Royals. Drives, wanted to fire. Back to the straightaway again. Royals entry feed. The Knoxville team gets it to go. They're back out ahead by 1, 22-21.
That was a great play by Olivia Boldick. She's been firing on all cylinders offensively, but a great dime inside to the open player for the lay-in.
Finessed outside. Ekubla to the wing. 3 ball just rolled out on Reinhardt. Johnson a chance to cushion their 1-point lead.
And I'll say out of any team that Reinhardt could have faced towards the bottom of the bracket, you felt like this would be their toughest matchup just because of the history between these two teams. Again, this has become a rivalry over the last few years. The Royals are not afraid of Reinhardt.
Short. From down low. Sent long. McCutcheons wants to go coast to coast. Rolls, drops, 23-22.
Fighting through the contact as well. Thought may have gotten a foul call. Nonetheless, Isaiah McCutcheons with a nice finish. A kiss off the glass.
Yeah, she's very comfortable at that drive. Doesn't matter if she's going to get contact. Once she puts her head down and finds space, she's getting into that space.
Now it's going to be Johnson resetting. 3 ball, no good.
Rebounded by Ekubla. Running the floor, McCutcheon space. The corner 3 is strong.
Yeah, was surprised to see Isaiah McCutcheons dribble that into the corner for the 3-pointer instead of attacking the rim, but she's hit a few. She's feeling it right now. That was a bit of a heat check.
I love a good heat check. Van Dyke waiting to check back into the game. Down inside, disrupted aggressively by Londacia Smith, the senior.
Yeah, Londacia Smith with the defensive stop and all defensive team selection to go along with her first team all-conference pick as well.
Fritz and Cruz also waiting to check back into the game with Van Dyke as this is short for Ekubla.
Got to give Johnson a lot of credit defensively as well. They're making it tough on Reinhardt, contesting everything, not really fouling too much. The Eagles have been prone to some droughts offensively. Johnson trying to take advantage.
Hauled in by McCutcheon. She was all alone. Running the floor, has room, and disrupted effectively underneath. Good play defensively by Megan.
I will say there's a difference between fighting through the contact and expecting the contact and fading away from it.
Backdoor feed. Megan is packed by Reinhardt. The Eagles fight for it on the front court. They leave her wide open on the wing as it's short.
Well, the Johnson men's team trying so hard to almost will the ball into the net. I'm surprised Mason Lockhart's not come and collected the rebound.
Timeout on the floor, 23-22, Reinhardt lead.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com.
Back in Kingsport, we are in a boxing match in the middle rounds of a welterweight showdown between Reinhardt and Johnson. What a showdown it's been. She cuts it down the block. Van Dyke trying to get hooked up with Van Dyke.
You've been waiting to say that.
Yeah. Just kind of happened.
Reinhardt, even though they're not really known for their long-range shooting, they were third in the conference in three-pointers made. Right now, still trying to find the range. 0 for 8 from beyond the arc so far.
Desperately waiting for when we have the sister versus sister matchup, because we've got the Cruz sisters of Johnson.
At the buzzer, remains a one-point game. Johnson was trailing early. It looked like Reinhardt was going to cruise on out of here with an easy W into day 3 of the tournament. In the semifinal game, Johnson's Royals said, not so fast, pal.
Yeah, I'll tell you, nothing comes easy here down the stretch of the AAC tournament, especially in this matchup between Reinhardt and Johnson. You just knew that Johnson was going to come firing on all cylinders, trying to avenge their loss from earlier this season.
Royals. 3 ball is short.
We'll say over the last 3 seasons, whenever Reinhardt and Johnson play each other multiple times, there's always one team that gets a game and another team that gets a game. It's never a sweep in the season series. So Reinhardt taking that first matchup, that's something to watch out for.
If somebody heats up shooting, they're going to run away with this. Johnson, 7 of 22, that's 31%. Reinhardt, 11 of 32, that's 34. Johnson is 4 of 10 from three-point range. Reinhardt is 0 of 9. Van Dyke dishes this forward. Three ball, too much. Chloe tried to bury that.
Johnson's been able to find the range. Right now, Reinhardt seems like they're still getting adjusted to that depth perception issue that we've seen come up on a few different occasions for teams starting slow.
Way back on the front court, 40 seconds left in our first half. On the straightaway, drives the floater, rolls, and is cashed in by Olivia Bulldog.
That was a great move, taking McKinley Brothers off the dribble and finishing inside.
Bulldogs up to 10 points.
Eagles likely to hold for one shot here. They're clearing out the side. They'll probably go with the screen roll, see if they can maybe get Taylor Collins off an off-ball screen.
Straight away. Collins drives, fires off the window, and at the buzzer, Lorenzo Robinson calls it. Reinhardt leads at the half, 25-24 over the Johnson Royals. Keys entering the half for these two head coaches.
Well, the key has to be we got to hit some shots. Whether I'm Byron Lahan for Johnson or Tony Campbell for Reinhardt, I'm going to tell my squad, look, we're getting everything that we want. We just got to knock some shots down and create some separation.
Yeah, right now, both teams are just hitting with their punches, but neither are able to block. We need to see that in the second half.
I think we got a fan, boys. Hamming it up for the camera, saying hello, as we're going to go to the halftime window between these two in a barn burner in Kingsport. 25-24 Reinhardt.
My West Hollywood story is exploring the iconic boulevards, endless shopping, and beautiful galleries. Inspiration is endless in West Hollywood. The neighborhood tells stories of established and emerging artists. You will find fashion and styles from all over the world here. A California sunset is the perfect way to end our day. We will take VIP tickets to the show every night. Our vacation is just getting started. This is our West Hollywood story. Come and find yours.
LA Galaxy belongs on the best surfaces. Whether you're the best player or the best fan, every goal, every tackle, every last-second battle, it all requires precision, performance, and passion. The LA Galaxy trust AstroTurf to provide the best surfaces, because champions deserve the best. AstroTurf, the official synthetic turf and hybrid field building partner of the LA Galaxy.
My dad was a farmer. And when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy, I want them to know when I'm sad, and I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're gonna remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're gonna figure it out together.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree to agree that we all have a role to play in ending this crisis.
In Major League Baseball, you could dream with no limits. You could become your hero, steal the show, or even start a new club. You could meet the moment and exceed the hype. You can write a new chapter of history and let your city dream again. This season, anything can happen.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Our South Carolina story is told through love. We always felt the need to take a moment for ourselves, and the ocean has always drawn us closer. Charleston was such a romantic destination, with its ancient oaks and beautiful walking paths through town. But we love hiking too, and Greenville gave us a perfect view. This is our South Carolina story. What's yours?
Brilliant again. She just...
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com.
Good evening and welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, where we have had a jam-packed day of action. This is our 8th game of basketball in the AAC basketball tournament. Reinhardt versus Johnson currently. And it's been a very even match. Reinhardt currently winning 25-24. It's been a complete contrast of attacks though. Johnson more than happy to shoot from distance. Already hit 4 from 11, 2 of them coming from Olivia Baldock. On the other hand, Reinhardt, 24 of their points in the paint. It's been a real back and forth game. We've been talking about how it's like a boxing match, but both teams are hitting. Neither team's able to dodge any punches. This is a Reinhardt team who have won accolades for their defensive abilities. The Van Dyke sisters, both known for it, Londacia Smith as well. They'll be hoping that they can find some form defensively and keep hitting offensively. Top scorers for the day, Isaiah McCutcheon's on 9 and Olivia Baldock for Johnson on 10.
Absolutely, and that contrast in style is a great way to describe what we've seen in this game. Reinhardt, they're a team that really wants to work from the inside out. Johnson, meanwhile, they're traditionally an outside-in type of team, but Reinhardt still, they need to try to find some type of way to generate offense from the perimeter. 0 for 10, that's not going to cut it right now. Only ahead by 1 point. They're going to need to build some separation.
Absolutely, and it's got to be a massive second half. Of course, it's a little bit of a rivalry between these two teams, and when the losing team goes home and ends their season, that adds to the tension. We saw moments before in the game, the buzzing beater shot from Haley Traylor, sending second seed Bryan home. The Spartanburg Methodist did the upset. You had teams from pretty much every team here on the court celebrating, more in shock at the buzzer beater than anything.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure that there's anybody right now in the tournament that wants to play Spartanburg Methodist. They seem to be firing on all cylinders. Destiny Middleton came out aggressive in that game. Haley Traylor carried them the rest of the way. They have the top-end talent to compete with anyone, and now it seems like their depth is starting to round into form as well.
And they've got a proper physicality that gives you like a tournament team specialist type vibe. Just doing it when it matters.
Welcome into our second half. 25-24 Reinhardt. Off the mark for Johnson as they trail by just 1. Saw a really exciting first half of play between these two as it's somehow wrung out of there and delivered down low by Megan.
And that was a great play to free up the shooter for Johnson. Got a wide open look. You can't really ask for a better look for Haley Brooks. She just was not able to get it to go down.
Baldock's got 10 points, 9 for McCutcheon's. She pulls up, heat check. McCutcheon's does get the rebound.
Mari Grant's been cold so far for Reinhardt. Still looking for some type of consistency out of her. Now 2 of 7, 0 for 4 from downtown.
Franklin. 3 ball again for the Eagles. This time they bury it from downtown Kingsport.
That was huge for Isaiah McCutcheons. That's the first made 3-point basket for Reinhardt. Isaiah McCutcheons also still leading the way for them offensively, up to 12.
Wants to drive down inside, instead fended off. Royals thought about pulling it. She'll take it to the baseline and bank it home late.
That was a nice attack to the basket by Emery Tollett, taking Mari Grant off the dribble and finishing through the contact.
Yeah, Tollett's really stepped up since the absence of Heifner. Just need her to get going today.
We get the call. 28-26, a 2-point game.
Mari Grant averaging around 10 points per game. She's 8th in the AAC entering this game in 3-pointers made and 9th in 3-pointers attempted. So she's definitely a volume shooter, a bit streaky, but she's been firing as of late. She's really came into her own as a scorer, and that's sort of taken this Reinhardt offense to another level.
79% this season at the line. No surprise to see her hit the first. Second, good as well for Grant. Eagles have 30. They lead by 2 possessions, a 4-point game in Kingsport. Maybe some trouble. Johnson Royals pickpocketed by the Eagles. Reinhardt running the floor. A chance with a little kiss off the glass. They get it to go.
Defense turning into offense, a Reinhardt special.
Timeout on the floor, 32-26, the lead for the Reinhardt Eagles in Kingsport.
The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Gear up and climb the Hawk's Nest. Work together as a team to complete 4 high ropes challenges, all while suspended 40 feet in the air. Finish with a zip through the canopies on our 310-foot zip line. Our ground course features 9 exciting challenges and is perfect for large and small groups. The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Thrilling fun for group events, parties, and field trips.
I think you gotta
Back
let comments
in Kingsport. What?
I think you need to let comments rock.
Oh, we do let comments
honestly.
rock. Yeah.
I think you need to let them rock. If you got something nice to say, put it in the comments section.
They don't got it. Headed the other way, Reinhardt off the glass, a little bank. Late night checking deposit, 8 points for Grant.
Yeah, I didn't think you could cash your check at 10-21, but Mari Grant might be proving me wrong there.
I reckon she's got the keys to the bank.
Hardest working tellers in America in Kingsport, Tennessee. Down low, nothing doing. Franklin.
I think they might have just closed their doors.
Reinhardt Eagles to the wing. 3 ball, lit that one off from North Georgia. Oh, baby.
And it was Mari Grant's emergence turning into a knockdown 3-point shooter that took this offense from a middling group to one that's capable of championship contention. She knocked down the 3 ball there.
An 11-point advantage for Reinhardt in a flash. This was a 1-point game at the half.
It was, and the Eagles right now taking full control.
Johnson's only scored 2 points, 3 minutes and 20 seconds into our 3rd period. Couple of changes, Van Dyke on for Franklin.
Yeah, it's really no rest for the weary trying to finish down low against them. Mackenzie Franklin, a great rim protector, one of the best in the conference, and of course, Lana Van Dyke, an all-defensive team selection.
Flipped backward.
Need to shoot.
Fires that one. Tried to bank it in and a little too much sauce.
There become moments where that Reinhardt team defensively really just starts to sink their teeth into the opposition. Right now, Johnson not finding any space on the perimeter, nothing doing inside as well. This is the danger zone for a lot of teams when you first get into that double-digit area.
Long ball came up high off the heel of the iron, blown dead right away on the baseline.
Just feels like Reinhardt's a few made jumpers away from really breaking this game open.
Yeah, Johnson are really struggling to get going in this second half. I reckon they're tired. The late kickoff, it is nearly 10:30 now.
Bounce back outside. Almost able to get that to go. Way back on the front court. Dished across to the wing. Royals. 3-ball from the sideline, weak.
Johnson was so hot from downtown in that first half. Hasn't really been the same story here in the second.
Too much. Long floating feed. Through to the corner, and Van Dyke sends that off the floor.
Yeah, how about Lana Van Dyke with the reception?
Reinhardt out shooting the Royals 16 of 42 from the floor, 38%. Johnson 30% flat, 9 of 30. With that last miss, they'll actually drop to 9 of 31, that's 29%.
And half of their shot attempts coming from beyond the arc.
Rolled around.
And we've spoken a lot already this week about games being played on your terms. It really feels like this sort of grinded out, choppy style of basketball is more akin to what we've seen Reinhardt be able to be successful at all season long.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com.
We want to know, welcome back, we want you to tell us on X or Twitter, whatever you call it, tag SCSN Sports as this goes down low, makes it a 9-point game. This is our 8th broadcast of the day. I've been in the gym since 5 a.m. We want you to describe. Frank has never been to Waffle House. He's from Europe. Tag at SCSN Sports on X or Twitter. How do you describe Waffle House? What is it?
My description was hood hibachi.
This goes off the glass. 39.
I mean, I think that's a perfect description.
I mean, yeah. That's true.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Oh, it's true. Oh, 11-point game, 4 to go.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
That's true. Down the baseline, Royals out front, disrupted, stolen by Reinhardt. Eagles run the floor, good pace.
I know Reinhardt are the favorites of this game, but they do seem to be just controlling it at their own pace, at their own tempo.
Entry feed to Van Dyke. Battles her way inside, and it's hauled in down low. Johnson Royals, Emery sends us the other way.
I'd say that's the next step in line of Van Dyke's development, developing that touch around the rim, maybe getting another go-to move down there. Once she does that, she's going to be a load down there.
3-ball short. It feels like Johnson's still really hoping they'll heat up from range.
And they're such a great shooting team that you can't really say they're out of it down 11, but hard to see how they can get good looks against this Reinhardt group.
Van Dyke can't quite get it done. We're headed the other way. Fires the 3, weak. Follows it to the basket. Backdoor feed off the glass. Timeout on the floor taken by Reinhardt's Eagles. As that brings us within 9 with 2.5 to play in the third. Johnson gets a bucket back.
Need a break? A break from the grind? The stress? We have just the place. A place where you can let your inner thrill-billy out. Bristol Motor Speedway, April 10th through the 12th for the NASCAR Food City 500 Triple Header Weekend. 3 days, 3 races, 2 night races, 1 epic weekend. Don't just take a break, race to it. Get your tickets, upgrades, and more now at bristolmotorspeedway.com. It's not just a race.
It's Bristol, baby!
Johnson could really do with turning up. Now, if they don't, this is the spell we always talk about.
Oh, Reinhardt buries that one.
This is that spell teams get their buffer. Probably the most important part of the game.
Ekwe Blah with some sauce. 42-30.
And for Reinhardt to have the lead that they did without really hitting long-range shots, it just felt like it would be a matter of time. Like I said earlier, felt like they were a few jumpers away from breaking it open.
Oh my goodness! Another one. McCutcheons buries that one from the bank of the Tennessee River.
And I might think we're on the verge of considering this game broken. Reinhardt opening up a 15-point advantage.
Short and stopped. The foul down inside.
You think the message from Coach Tony Campbell there to his freshman Chloe Van Dyke, even if you don't touch the offensive player, anytime that the ref sees you swing at the ball wildly, they're always going to give that benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. A nice teachable moment there. And sometimes it can be hard to remember that this Reinhardt team, even as great as they've been, a lot of youth that they have as well.
Boykin gets 1 of 2 at the line. She's on the sheet. Reinhardt quickly to the other end of the floor. Isaiah. She's got 17 points already.
Leading the charge, the first team all-conference selection, showing you why with her performance so far today.
14-point advantage to the Eagles. 75 seconds left in our third period, but the trick is Reinhardt knows they can't let off the gas. This is a team that can storm back at any moment. That's just how Johnson operates. This thing is far from over between these two. From the wing, likes the corner. She likes the baseline, and that thing is out of here.
Mackenzie Franklin says no.
Yeah, we said that this might not be over. Most importantly for the Royals, Emery Tollett, she's been playing well, but she's not been scoring. Not like that, though.
Oh, boy, stolen away. Reinhardt. Van Dyke takes a moment to collect and dish it outside. McCutcheon's going to burn some of the clock away.
And a wise decision to do so. Reinhardt forcing the turnover, but in no rush.
Van Dyke harassed. Isaiah from the elbow. Too much. On the wing, Johnson. 14 seconds left in the third. Time winding, Royals fire, it rims out. 2 seconds, and down low the foul.
Yeah, that was a great defensive possession there from Reinhardt. Franklin with the high hedge. Taylor Collins coming off the weak side to get the stop, but they just could not rebound down low to finish off the possession.
First goes. Second goes as well. 1 second on the clock. Reinhardt gets it off in time, and it's short. And that sends us to the final period between these two teams in what has been an absolute barn burner. 45-33. Reinhardt a massive advantage over the Johnson Royals on SCSN.
What if you can have it all? A place to call home, a great job, and a safe and welcoming community to raise your family. You can have all that and more in Kingsport, Tennessee. For the past quarter century, Kingsport has been on a mission to reinvent itself. As the first professionally planned and privately financed city of the 20th century, Kingsport has earned the nickname the Model City. From award-winning educational initiatives to business incubators to the surrounding natural beauty, Kingsport is just the right size to have the amenities you need without the traffic and crime of a larger city. With a vibrant downtown, great shopping and dining, and a thriving local economy, Kingsport is the perfect place to call home. Ready to start loving where you live? Choose Kingsport. Visit movetokingsport.com and discover all the reasons why this charming town is the perfect place to call home.
Back in our final period between these two. Glad you're with us. (45-33). From the wing to the side of the floor. Royals from the corner hit the three ball. They needed that energy. They get it. We're within 9.
Yeah, that was a big-time three-ball corner pocket from Megan Billiter as Johnson tries to fight back into this one.
Yeah, they're going to need something. In that third quarter, they were outshot 20-9 by the Eagles.
Floater short. Reinhardt gets it back. Three ball from the wing, weak. Van Dyke, another chance for Reinhardt. Equebla.
Taylor Collins has had some nice shots from range.
Equebla buries that one for Reinhardt. A three of their own makes it 48-36.
And that's now 2 3-point makes for Equebla here in the second half.
Royals dish it across, and this is going to be a violation. A foul.
Yeah, Isaiah McCutcheon's trying to stick her leg out and force the kick ball. They're going to get her for the foul call. I mean, that's a heady play. That's a heady play. I'll give it to her. More like a leggy play, but.
That's crazy. We're getting a little slap happy. We've been here. I've been here since 5 a.m.
Not quite 5 for me, about 8 o'clock, but long shift.
I forgot a piece of equipment. I had to drive halfway back to Chattanooga last night.
We get a lion in the morning, though.
Man, I'm gonna sleep so good tonight after this Waffle House. On the way, can't get it. Reinhardt comes down with it. Eagles looking to respond. Off the mark entirely. Johnson hauls it in and still digging away at this Eagle lead.
Feels like Emery Tollett needs to try to get more involved. She's been pretty quiet here in the second half. She's been so good for the Royals all season long.
I think she's injured. I think that knee, all that knee bandaging, that's new. She looks like she's running a little bit awkwardly.
Yeah, I saw it in her gait making her way to the bench.
Not being as active on the rebounds either. She's got one of the highest rebounds per game, and the majority of hers have been defensive today.
The injury bug has really bit Johnson all season long. It's really resulted in their team looking a lot different than it has in seasons past.
Pinballed around, Reinhardt gonna pull it down.
Yeah, when I watched Johnson last week, she was always in and about all the action, all the physicality, she was there. It's not really been the same story today.
Scrambling for the ball, somehow the Royals keep it for the moment all the way back on the front court.
Yeah, that war of attrition is real at this point of the year. Everyone's dealing with something. Every team is banged up. The group that's able to take that on and find ways to win is usually the one that ends up on top at the end of it. They're also not looking at any style points in a game like this. It's been ugly for most of this game on both sides, but the name of the game at this point in the year is survive and advance. I'm sure Brian would have loved to have an ugly win earlier today. No one's going to complain if you can find a way to win it.
.38-38, 10-point game, 7 to go. A lot of time for Johnson to find a way back into this.
Yeah, we've seen teams come back from 10-point deficits all day today, pretty much every game.
If there were two teams in the tournament, other than Brian, right? If there were two teams in the women's tournament that could come back from a 10-point deficit, it would be one of these two. It could be a 20-point game, and I would still be saying Reinhardt's not out of it or Johnson's not out of it. These two are red hot down the stretch.
Especially with the way that Johnson can shoot it from downtown. Again, you just feel like they are never truly out of the game.
Reinhardt, Ekwe Blah. 3 ball from the side of the floor, has a lot of sauce. To the front court, Johnson. Down to the baseline, packed. Picked up by the Eagles. Shipping this one across the country now.
Reinhardt has numbers.
Eagles to the back door, this rims and goes, 50-38.
Reinhardt had numbers taking advantage, Grant finding Smith down low. And that's really where Reinhardt's at their best, when they're able to turn defensive stops into points on the other end.
Good feed to the low block, pinballed out. Dish to the wing. Hook shot, wide. Put back off the glass goes.
Johnson
Still
coach,
a 10-point margin.
Johnson coach starting to get a bit more visibly frustrated.
I mean, I understand them. A few good looks just not going Johnson's way. It's been that kind of game for them.
Short. Royals on the baseline. Whipped up the floor. Johnson University to the wing. And the 3 ball didn't have the touch she needed, but they'll get another chance with it and pull up from the other wing. Weak. Here come the Reinhardt Eagles, led by McCutcheon, trying to waste some time and push that lead in tempo. Good feed through for Van Dyke, but it's hauled in effectively by Shemaya Francis, the transfer.
Right now, some tired legs on both sides. The onus is going to fall more so on Johnson because they're trailing and try to snap out of that funk and get something up.
Francis banged out. Royals battling for the ball, and we're stopped.
You just get the feeling something's got to happen, and it's got to happen soon for the Royals if they want their season to continue.
We'll keep it here, but while we do, we're going to look at the bracket and look at our schedule for the full day. Let's start with the schedule, guys.
And it's been a great day of basketball the entire day. It really picked up after that third game. We really had 3 consecutive blowouts. And then Pikeville and Tennessee Wesleyan, that was a nice defensive slugfest. U-Pike coming out on top in that one. Montreat and Johnson also in a good game with Johnson pulling away late.
The game of the day, though, absolutely the game just before this. Spartanburg Methodist beating Bryan College with a buzzer beater from Haley Traylor. Spartanburg came out the blocks flying. It was a good back and forth game. Bryan being dragged into it by Molly Brown. She fouled out. And with 2 seconds to go, Kaylee Walls for Bryan put them ahead, leading by 1. And Haley Traylor stepped up and sent them through to the next round.
(50-40), just a couple of minutes left to play in Kingsport. Way back on the front court. From the wing, pulls up. Didn't have the touch she needed. That was a good look, had to pull. Good feed down inside, and Chloe Van Dyke's all alone for an easy 2.
That was a great pass by Haley Johnson to break that press, finding Franklin, who delivered a 1 more.
Too much.
Again, at this point of the year, it may not always look great, it may not always look cute, but you gotta just find ways to win. And that's what Reinhardt's done all year long, just grinding out and finding ways to win.
The ugly wins are always the nicest.
Now is Londacia Smith on the Euro step, stepping her way through the lane and finishing.
Frank, the official Reinhardt University Athletics account says you've got to stick to the basics at Waffle House. So that's the collective institution of Reinhardt University coming together to let you know, stick to the basics.
What's the basics at Waffle House? I thought it was just waffles.
Boy, you got a lot to learn.
You got some, you know, welcome to school. You go to school after you finish up, we're here to teach you. Dozen points separate us, 54-42, 3 minutes to play. And the block, Reinhardt tries it. Great opportunity to go for Smith to the line. 8 points already in this game. And Smith trying to put this on the top shelf. 61% at the line this season. No. (54-42). That remains the line. So a dozen points, pretty insurmountable for Johnson, but still alive.
I don't want to say insurmountable because I've already seen in this series between these two teams a few years ago, Johnson coming all the way back from a late 10-point deficit and winning that game. I believe Jordan Heifner was big on that one.
This goes, the putback, 56-42, a 14-point game with less than 3 to go.
This one is not over until triple zeros, or at least there's 1 minute left in the clock. Johnson with this much time, still a force.
Straight away, short.
Yeah, Bolduc was hitting loads of shots early on, but she sort of tailed off towards the second half, towards the end of this game.
McCutcheons, a 14-point advantage, 2 and change to play. Pitch down the floor, a lot of room as she kisses this home off the glass. Beautiful finish by Boykin, who's got 5. Equeblois waiting to check back onto the floor as this sails. A lot of substitutions, under 2 to play.
We've now got both the Cruz sisters, but only one of the Van Dykes. Really hoping we get the full set.
I had a game doing some Division I football this year where we had, I think it was Dayton, the Flyers had just brothers, but Presbyterian had twin brothers playing, all 4 on the field at the same time. This rattles and won't drop.
I've had some experience with that. I've played with sets of brothers, sets of twin brothers throughout my time.
It's interesting. 56-44. That's a real midnight conversation for Waffle House.
The best sets of twins in the history of college sports.
70 seconds to go.
Wow, what a
as
pass.
this goes down low. 10-point game. Deep in miracle territory. Johnson looks like they're just soaking in the final moments.
Yeah, Tollett off, Brooks off, Baldock off. It almost suggests they've accepted it now.
And that's going to set up what figures to be another barn burner. Reinhardt against the hottest team on the women's side, the 7th-seeded Spartanburg Methodist Pioneers.
Man, that is going to be a barn burner. I'm going to need a seatbelt for my chair up here for that one. In the corner in trouble. Whipped out. Royals, 22 seconds. And this is all but over. Well, congratulations to Johnson on another red-hot season. Couple of wins down the stretch. This is a team that, to say they were plagued by injury would be the understatement of the century. They were dictated by injury. They never were able to field the roster, the lineups, the formations, the systems they wanted to, and nothing has gone to plan for Johnson. This is a squad that's going to bounce back next season and be even better.
And they gave themselves a chance right till the very end. Coach Mahan, nothing to hang his head about this season.
Absolutely not. Mahan will be back. The Royals will be back and better than ever in 2026, 2027. Congratulations to this program on an excellent season and a good showing, and wishing them the best of luck as they grow and build in the offseason. Frank is going to go grab our player of the game for our final game of the day. Obviously, a big congrats to them on a great year, but we would be remiss if we didn't congratulate Tony Campbell and his Reinhardt Eagles on another great season as they're moving on in the AAC Conference Tournament.
I got to think they're going to be one of the favorites the rest of the way, facing off against a Spartanburg Methodist team that they beat a few weeks ago. But of course, as we've already seen in this tournament, it's a new lease on life here in Kingsport, Tennessee. We'll see if Reinhardt can finish the job.
I'm Frank Osborne, joined by today's player of the game, Isaiah McCutcheons. Talk us through that game. Controlled it from start to finish, really.
Yeah, we let us speed us up, kind of. So we just had to go in the locker room, settle, play our game, and came out with the job.
And how do you prepare for tournament? Tournament's a bit different. You win, you stay, you lose, you go home. How's that mental preparation coming into the game?
So all season we've been waiting for this moment. We've been preparing for this moment. So just keeping that mindset, staying locked in.
Did you get a chance to watch Spartanburg versus Bryan before?
Yes, I did.
What were your thoughts going into Spartanburg, a team that you've already beat this season, but obviously tournament?
Yeah, tournament time. So Spartanburg is bringing their best. So we just got to be prepared, stay locked in, and play our game.
And this week you were given first team all conference. That must feel special.
Yes. Yeah, thanks to my team too, just believing in me and keeping having me confidence and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'll let you celebrate. It's getting late.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Frank Osborne and Cam McCutcheon's our player of the game on the Southeast Sports Network. Congratulations to the Reinhardt Eagles on an excellent performance in Kingsport, Tennessee. All games and events airing on our networks are broadcast live and are copyright material. Today's game will be archived and available for replay inside of the app or platform where you viewed it. This has been a presentation of the Southeast Sports Network and Tri Media. For Lorenzo Robinson, for Frank Osborne, our entire crew, all the players and fans, I'm Gabriel Schrei saying so long from Kingsport, Tennessee. Your final score, 56-46, Reinhardt Eagles.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com.
Toda mi gente lo siente, toda mi gente lo siente, toda mi gente lo siente, y toda mi gente lo siente, toda mi gente caliente, toda mi gente lo siente.
Mental health plays a massive role in professional soccer and in sports in general. We're all here to support each other. We're all here to help each other, and you never know what somebody is going through, whether it's on the field or off the field. For me, mental health plays a huge role when it comes to goalkeeping, because a lot of times the game is not near me and not near the goalkeeper, and it's important that I stay calm and stay ready and stay connected to the team even when the play is not by me.
Hey, do you need a hand? Yeah. Oh my God. Every time with his team, man. Coach, put me on this, man.
Nice dive. Now find your rhythm.
Calm down. Ah! Hey! Okay, man! That might live! That might live! That's it. You got one more for you.
I got you. Like the headway. Here she is, guys. She's coming, guys.
Let's go.
Good morning, Emma. I'm right here now. Come on, come to me. Come to me.
Turn me up, baby.
Onyedi. You're Fatani.
Boss, man, I'm turned up right now, though. Oh, you're violating, man, honestly.
Look at me. You're good.
Just don't forget what I sent you this morning. You are equipped. Don't allow anyone or anything to tell you different.
I got something for you.
One more. You can. I really can't.
Onyedi, chin up, bro. You got a goal in you, man. The left back's gas. Come on.
Come on, Sam. This is looking really good.
You only got 10K left.
fast, okay? Your pace is phenomenal. Are you ready?
Cam, it's all good. Take the hit, embrace it. You're here for a reason, baby. You are here for a reason, baby.
Yes.
3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go, baby.
Mate, that was so sick.